Hello, Gemini. My name is Kristi. I am the Twisted Elemental. I am coming to you today to do your spiritual growth reading for February 2024. We're going to start with some oracle cards to get the energies that you're working through this month, and working with, I should say. And then we will pull that energy down into the main spread where we're going to ask like how this is translating, these energies are translating and showing up in your everyday life. So let's get started. Calling on Spirit and all my sacred guides to help me discern true and accurate messages for all Gemini placements today. I would like messages of the purest, highest white light of truth and for the greater good of all. Thank you so much, Spirit. Okay. All right, for Gemini. What's the archetype that Gemini is working through in February? We have athlete. We have here light attributes, dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower and strength of spirit. Ooh. The shadow attributes are misuse of athletic ability for selfish ends, false sense of invulnerability and entitlement. So this is like working through your own willpower here, transcending your own limits, like acknowledging what your limits may be and transcending them. Let's get an animal card to go with this. For Gemini, please. Hedgehog, trust. I've got zebra, open-mindedness on the bottom here. Interesting. Hedgehog, trust. This is a reminder that even if you feel that others do not understand you or get what you are doing, it is no excuse to curl up and hide. Sure, you may need a little bit of space right now, but the world needs your gifts. You are more than worthy. So this is, we're talking about you transcending your limits here, maybe even physical limits. I think this is physical limits, but also the limits of our mind, like where we can comprehend what we can do. There's a little bit of not having faith in your own self here. But then this is coming to, this is what's changing for you. This is like you're having trust. This is you learning to have trust in your own self and your own abilities where you thought you didn't have ones before. Where you felt inadequate before, understanding that you have trust in this, that you're coming out of some place where you thought you couldn't do something. I have the open-mindedness with the zebra. Okay? There is more than one way to be looking at things. You must be ready to accept alternative viewpoints and new ideas. You must open your eyes to new ideas and new ways of resolving problems. There's something here you thought you couldn't do, or you were told you couldn't do, or you believed that you couldn't do. And now the transition here is having trust and being open-minded that things don't have to go or the way that you were told or the way that you believed or how you thought you couldn't do something, you can. Underneath the zebra, I have the hippopotamus, which is talking about exploration. I want to say this is you exploring some new possibly new abilities within yourself, something that you thought you couldn't do, but it's changing. You're realizing you can. Maybe it just needs to be altered to be done in a slightly different way than you were trying to do it. But you have the capability here. Let me get a few more oracle cards here. Get some more information on what's going on in this energy for Gemini. For Gemini, please. I have here and now and time to go. Like here and now's card 32 breaks down to a 5. That's talking about change. So there's something that whatever this change is, and I want to say this is the change within you and your thought process here about what you thought you were capable with. It's changing in the here and now, but it's time to go. This is 45, breaks down to a 9. Like this is how you bust out of a cycle. It's time to make some changes that you've been in the here and now that you might be getting a different viewpoint on. Exchanging gifts. Ooh, this is also a 27, breaks down to another 9. We have 9, 9 here. There's an exchange of gifts here. I want to say this is about a co-creating with spirit. You are having the trust and the open-mindedness to see things that in a different way, maybe what you are capable of within yourself in a different way, because you have new gifts coming on board here because of the open-mindedness and because of the faith and trust that you're having in this. It's in the here and now. It's time to go. There's something involving your gifts here. And I want to say these are your spiritual gifts. That it's time to do something with this in the here and now. There's a deep knowing. It's a deep knowing that you may have some gifts that you previously didn't think you had. Interesting. All right. So what we're going to be asking in this main spread here, Gemini, is we're going to ask how this energy is looking in your everyday world here. We're going to ask what the lesson is you're meant to be learning, the blessing you're meant to receive, the challenge you're meant to overcome, and the advice from spirit. And we'll clarify all of it. And in fact, I'm going to go a couple layers deep into the cards, the initial spread here. All right, for Gemini. February 2024. What is going on? This could also be changes in your own physical appearance or how you physically show up in the world. We have this card is the athlete. This is also, I want to say it's talking about many levels because it's talking about personal willpower and strength. So those things, the deep trust and open-mindedness within ourselves to do things in a different way. But it's also talking about the physical aspect, like what you are physically capable of. Interesting. I want to say that you might be capable of more than what you thought, for certain. Or more than what you've been led to believe. One more shuffle here, Gemini. Ooh. The Queen of Cups here is your overall energy. This is empathy. Oh, interesting. I did Taurus's reading yesterday, and it was a big part. One of the biggest parts of the reading was that there was an expansion of one person's empathy, and the expansion led them to see how other people may not be having empathy. This Queen of Cups, this is about emotions here. Maybe you're capable of something within your emotional capacity you didn't think you were. But the Queen of Cups is a beautiful energy. It's romantic. You know, it's a happy energy. It's full of love. The Queen of Cups has the capability of holding vast amounts of love, but she's also very generous with giving that love. I have underneath her also, I have the Knight of Cups. This is also, and it says romance. I want to say this is like a change in your capacity to love and be loved. This is also a very, this is a generous, loving energy, but it's also a receptive energy. It's very feminine, which is about the receptive quality, like being magnetic towards love, like calling love to you. Interesting. What's going on here for Gemini? The High Priestess. Ooh. That, the deep knowing and the exploration. I want to say this is like you exploring your new abilities, this deep knowing that you have that comes on board when with empathy. You have to be able to feel empathy to have these deep knowings, because the heart is the key to your intuition. This High Priestess, it says inner voice down here. This is your extra senses coming on board here. Really connecting with your higher self. This is beautiful. What's the lesson here for Gemini? Strength, bravery. To overcome challenges. When I see strength card, it also makes me think of the devil, because this comes after the devil. Which means that you're overcoming some of your own shadow attributes. And let's be real, if you are not feeling worthy of something, or you don't feel like you have the capability, then this is a test for you to acquire this inner strength to overcome those things. Not believing in yourself is a shadow attribute. Wow. All right, what's the blessing here for Gemini? That says new beginning. It's the Ace of Wands. This is like a passionate new beginning. And this is also a very creative energy. Like if we've had our empathy come on board and we're opening up our hearts here to new things, which is giving us a vastly different ability to connect with our higher selves here. That's going to bring on new creative projects and ideas here. That's beautiful. What's the challenge here for Gemini? The King of Cups. First of all, I want to say this is like a match, but I want to say this is a match within self, like your masculine and feminine energies coming on board here. The challenge, the difference between the Queen and King of Cups, they both have the capability of holding a vast, vast, vast amount of emotions within them, but it's the generosity of that. The King tends to not always give it. The Queen is very generous with it. This is your challenge. This is what's going on here. You're opening up your heart and vulnerability levels right now. This also said support. This could be that one of the challenges is you don't feel supported in this change. I want to say that's coming from, that's an old energy. Not being open-minded about something, not having faith in something could make you feel unsupported. A lot of cup energy here. Again, we still got the Knight of Cups in the bottom, the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the King of Cups. What's the advice here for Gemini? 9 Pentacles. To ball up. This is comfort. This is pre-Empress energy. This is about being very independent. Like you are capable. For this energy, you do need to be open-minded and you do need to trust. Trust in your own self, trust in spirit. The 9 of Pentacles is a very independent energy. This is like if we were describing a person, they would be single and free to pursue. So this is like having no attachments to other things that you might have depended on in the past to make you feel supported. But this is having the ability to stack your own coins, to basically not need anything from anybody else, even emotional. Like this person meets their own emotional needs also. If somebody is in this person's life, it's because they add value, not because you need them. Interesting. I'm going to get another layer of energy here with the Yin Yang Oracle, and then we're going to clarify. Remember, awakening. This is you are awakening to something new within yourself. There is a deep knowing here. With the remember, I have self-care underneath that. This is say transcendence, getting past conflict, spiritual awakening, inner shifts in empathy, and the capacity of your emotions and heart. This is, when we talk about awakening, we talk about opening up your heart chakras, because that is the key to your intuition. All right, tell me what's going on here with this High Priestess. Beliefs, oh, interesting. Belief systems, masked facade. Conditioning, expectations, conformity. That's big. Evaluating long-held beliefs. Awakening. Again, Gemini, you are going through a massive awakening to your own self, your own abilities. There's an inner knowing here where you're going to trust yourself and your connection to spirit. This is using that intuitive force here. With the High Priestess, there's that knowing that there is a facade here, and it's coming down. Things you once held as true, you're seeing something in a new way, and you can no longer hold those same beliefs. This is a demasking of your own self to yourself. All right. The lesson here was strength. Truth, expression, new perspective, right? So your challenge, your lesson here is about getting a new perspective to your own bravery, your own truth, seeing the truth, clear action, honesty, communication. Your lesson here is the strength to unmask yourself and then show the world the real you. Your blessing with the Ace of Wands. Family foundations. Commitment, home, Four of Wands energy. Marriage, celebration, security. New beginnings, passionate new beginnings. For a new foundation in family, new home foundation. Wow. All right, your challenge is the King of Cups. Abundance, windfall, gifts, celebrating your gifts, promotion, opportunity, successful ventures. It's also that sense of feeling supported. This is like, again, the difference between the king and the queen is that one is very generous with the love and one holds on to it and holds back. This is like a celebrating of the things you're capable of, your empathy, your heart busting wide open, celebrating that. And then giving, right? Celebrating the gifts means being very truthful about how you feel and who you are and putting it out there into the world. Instead of holding back, continuing to hold back of your heart because you don't want to get hurt, or that's what you've been taught. If you do, you will get hurt. Instead, celebrating that you have the capacity to do this, while others may not. Your advice, the Nine of Pentacles. You might feel in the Nine of Swords about this. That's anxiety, replaying conversations, because you are really opening up to the truth of something that this can be very shocking. This is like hangman energy, seeing something clearly. Because once you see the truth of this, you can't unsee it. So 9 Pentacles. Divine feminine, your yin energy. It says intuitive, maturing, creative, magnetic, wounded, insecure, codependent victim. I want to say that's what you're coming out of. And don't take that so personally. I think I have been a codependent victim. And I think most all of us have. If we've been in the wounded feminine energy, we have absolutely done that and ended up doing more things to make us a victim. But when we choose to accept our own responsibility in things, and that maybe we overlooked red flags, we take that back and we are no longer a victim. That gives us the power to really be ourselves and to in that feminine, beautiful power, right? I don't care if you're a man or a woman. This is about bringing some feminine energy on board. We all, whether we're men or women, we all have masculine and feminine energy within us. We're meant to balance that energy so that we can utilize all of the energy and not just one aspect of it. But this is like you getting really independent in this feminine energy. This makes you magnetic. This is you balling up. This is saying bring that feminine energy on board. I want to say maybe you've been stuck in a toxic masculine energy. Because there's a sense of pessimism here, right? And what's happening now is you're coming out of the pessimism and taking what you already have, but yet giving it. Or being really receptive, calling new things to you in this feminine energy. Ooh, I like this. Gemini. All right, let's clarify. So we have what's going on here is you intuitively breaking down some masks. This could be in situations around you. This could be of other people's masks. But I want to say it's probably being mirrored to you by other people's masks. But the ultimate goal of this mirroring is for you to bring down your own mask here. Because you intuitively know the truth. Your inner voice is telling you. What is this High Priestess and what's going on for Gemini, please? Nine of Cups. With the Two of Cups. Ooh. Nine of Cups is about wish fulfillment. I want to say, either there's a situation out here that you're in right now where you thought it was your wish fulfillment, but you're seeing that there's big masks here, and it's maybe not necessarily your wish fulfillment. Maybe even you're seeing through the masks that are being mirrored to you from somebody else, you're seeing your own inner self that's telling you, well, maybe this isn't what I wanted. It involves partnership. I have the Five of Pentacles underneath the Two of Pentacles here. It's like a being out in the cold on a partnership. What is this Nine of Cups, please? Maybe what your wish fulfillment, what you thought it looked like, you're seeing that's not true. What you thought it should look like, you're like, maybe it shouldn't look like that. Maybe I was asking for too little. Nine of Cups, please, for Gemini. I have the Page of Pentacles, the Seven Wands, and the Ten of Cups on its side. With the Six of Swords underneath here. Page of Pentacles is the student. This tells me you were learning something, and I want to say this learning is coming through your own intuition. You're listening to some inner voice, and it is telling you the truth of something. You are learning something that is having you defend yourself here with the Seven of Wands. Because maybe what you thought was a 10 of Pentacles really isn't. You're seeing the truth of it. Some belief system, some facade is being coming down here for you to see the truth of it. There is a deep knowing. And it's left you in a place where you feel like you need to defend yourself against something you thought was a wish fulfillment. Because we have underneath here, you moving on to calmer water. With the Six of Swords, this could be you literally moving. But with sword energy, this really talks about, and even if it's a physical moving, if the physical moving is designed to mentally move you on to calmer water. Your lesson here is a lesson in your own truth and truthful expression, and having the strength to stand up for what is true to you, what your beliefs are. Tell me more about this lesson for Gemini, please. With strength. I'm sitting here looking at this as I'm shuffling with the trust, right? And I want to say this trust is about trusting yourself, trusting your own inner knowing, learning. Whatever the situation is, I want to say it's something you wished for. But it's not for your highest good. So Spirit gave it to you so that you could understand how to trust yourself, right? I want to say you, in this mirrored energy, you're seeing all the red flags you overlooked. Because you did see them, but you didn't want to believe them. So this is an exercise from Spirit to show you that you can trust your inner knowing, your gut, your judgment, your higher self, your intuition. I have the Devil in reverse. Oh! With the Lovers. Oh, interesting. I want to say you are seeing the truth of some relationship that you have wished for here. Because there's choices in love. And again, what did I say when this strength first came out? I said that the Devil comes before. So when strength shows up, that means you're being strong over some toxic coping mechanism. I have your challenge here, or your lesson is about the Devil in reverse. Because we have the truth of things. This is toxic coping mechanisms. This is addictions. This is codependencies between other people, especially with the Lovers here, that you could have felt really codependent and attached to another person here, but it wasn't healthy. This is an I don't want to say unveiling, maybe unveiling new choices, possibly, but this is your lesson here is how to get rid of your own toxicity, or to be strong over inner and outer toxicity. If this is coming from somebody else, it's mirroring to show you where you have that within yourself and really getting you to stand in your own truth here. Tell me about the Devil in reverse. Eight of Swords and the Four of Swords. This is, the Eight of Swords is ego, right? It's all the reasons we tell ourselves we can't do something, or that it will never work, or that it will never be right. It's a self-made prison of the mind. Four of Swords is about taking a time out and healing this energy, which is the toxicity that you are meant to extricate from your life here. This is being more open-minded, but this is not an open-minded person. That's a toxicity, right? Needing to be more open-minded and trusting in your own self. When we don't trust in ourselves, we're Eight of Swordsing this. This is what you're healing here. This is, and I want to say it's like an inner, standing in your own truth is the inner strength needed completely to extricate this toxicity from yourself. Standing in your truth. There's thing about anxiety, like this card just gives me anxiety looking at it, right? One of the reasons, one way to look at anxiety is that it is there. If you're feeling anxiety, it's because you're not seeing the whole picture on something. Your higher self, this high priestess here, gets a very wide perspective on everything in our lives. They see it all. And also they know, I say they, it's us. Our higher selves know all this information and we don't trust it. We can't hear it. When we get anxious when we don't understand something, the anxiety is we're not seeing the whole picture. If we could use that anxiety as a cue that we need to see things in a different way, and then even ask, hey, what am I not seeing here? You will be shown. So anxiety is supposed to be a cue that you need to adjust your perspective on something. All right, your blessing here is the Ace of Wands with foundation, family foundation. Tell me more about this blessing for Gemini. Tell me about this Ace of Wands, the blessing for Gemini. The Page of Swords in reverse. With the Nine of Swords. This is about being able to see something in a new way. There is a new beginning here and a new solid foundation. This is either an up-leveling of a relationship or a happy home situation. It has to do with family. But the Ace of Wands is also about new creativity. Page of Swords in reverse is like it's an energy of deceit. First of all, the Page of Swords is in reverse is a liar. But it's also somebody who sits back and spies, doesn't really speak their mind. Who's not able to see something in a new way. Because the reason why this person can't see things in a new way is because of the Nine of Swords here. That anxiety again, sleepless nights, replaying conversations, round and round. This is like a lot of mental turmoil. And I want to say, like, this is part of the blessing is that this is going to stop. This is not what you're going to experience anymore. You're experiencing this new beginning here with the Ace of Wands. There's also new creativity. I want to say even a sense of creativity that you may not have felt before, or you felt absolutely that you didn't have, that you weren't good enough, you weren't creative enough. Tell me about this Page of Swords in reverse. Seven of Cups. This is, whatever this was, it was creating some illusion. There was a lie here creating an illusion. I don't know if this is within your own self or within people around you, but it created massive illusion here. You're going to be seeing very clearly in this new beginning here. This could also be like some lack of creativity here, or perceived lack of creativity because of some illusion that you were in, was preventing you from being creative in some capacity. I have Temperance here. This is like a balancing out of emotions. It's the alchemizing of emotions. It's like taking two different emotions and alchemizing them and to create a third thing that's in harmony. All right, your challenge here with the King of Cups. This is challenge for Gemini, please. Why is the King of Cups the challenge? Justice in reverse with the Five of Wands. This challenge here, there's a lot of chaos and you feel like you have been wronged. And I want to say, until you open up, the need here, how you bring justice to yourself is through not hiding anymore, through opening up your... through opening up your emotional body. This is support on the bottom. I want to say that the challenge here is to be your own support, to realize you don't need external support. You can do this on your own, but you need to be emotionally available to do it. Justice is deception. It's imbalance, deception. It's bad karma. With chaos, competition. I want to also stoke that this is a card of practice as well. Practicing to take lessons forward. It can seem really chaotic. What is this justice in reverse here that's the challenge? The Four of Wands fly across the room here with the moon. Interesting. Okay, we have... There's some illusion within a family or a home situation right now. The Seven of Cups here. I have the Four of Wands here as part of the challenge with justice in reverse. Again, there's some illusion within a home here that keeps you emotionally stunted. This is within a home, within a relationship. Four of Wands could be a marriage, or this could be someone you live with, or this could be from your family of origin. It keeps you emotionally stunted and you do not feel supported by these people. And get an overall need here to overcome this challenge is starting to celebrate your own self here. There's some negative self-talk or that may have been started by other people in your life that's took on a life of its own. It really undermines your own trust in your own abilities here. This could be a need for a divorce with justice in reverse and the Four of Wands. That could be a challenge for you. Take that if it resonates. If I have the moon underneath, this is like secrets within a home or secrets within a relationship or secrets within something where you should have stability, but instead there's secrets. There's a need here. Again, your first card in this spread was the High Priestess. There's a need here to use your intuition. That is going to help you overcome any fear. All right, your advice here is Nine of Pentacles and Divine Feminine Energy. Tell me about this advice. Why is the Nine of Pentacles Gemini's advice? Ten Pentacles. Because the Nine Pentacles leads to the 10 Pentacles with this feminine energy. Getting really independent. Again, I'm going to go back to this. Understanding that you don't need external support right now. Spirit is supporting you, right? Your higher self is supporting you. But the people around you who you don't feel supported by, you do not need them to support you. Because you need to be really independent of that, right? It leads to, being really independent of that leads to the 10 Pentacles, having it all, right? 10 Pentacles is about legacy. It's about like what you leave behind in this world. It's not just the money. It's your children. It's the family. It's the money. It's the business. It's your name, what you stand for. I want to say, by getting into this really independent energy, it magnetizes you with this divine feminine energy to bring towards you this 10 Pentacles. This could be in other people. Like you meet the person you're meant to make a 10 Pentacles with. New business opportunities. All beautiful things. I have the Six of Cups. Past life soulmate. Tell me 10 Pentacles here. Six of Wands. Victory. After an ending. We have the Death card underneath here. This is something is ending here for you. But it's so that you can transform into something new and better. You will be victorious here. but you need to get into this feminine energy and get really independent. I want to say also, this is about you being seen for your true self here. There is an unmasking going on, but I think that's dual. I think the people around you are being unmasked, and that is going to allow you to unmask your own self. All right, Gemini, I want to get some angel advice here for you, and then we'll call this a close. I do hope you found some value in this, that it's been beneficial for you. All right, Gemini, please. Just saw 40-40. Giving me that family foundation with the 4s. One went flying. I have card 3. Archangel Michael is with you now. Says, even though you can't see it, I am actively working on this situation. I am here and helping you. So you do have support. It's just that support. Welcome abundance into your life. Card 37. Prosperity is on its way to you. Have faith that Source will heal your financial challenges. Open up to your spiritual gifts. Yes. This is what I'm getting here. Opening up to your spiritual gifts. Card 21. Remember that your true nature is spiritual, not physical. The angels are sending you messages to guide your soul's growth. Awakening. That's beautiful. I do have on the bottom here, I saw someone new is coming. I believe this because you're guiding someone new to you in this energy. Getting really independent here, and your divine feminine fully coming on board because your heart is wide open, is drawing somebody new to you, the right person to you, where you can be victorious, right? It says 28, someone new is coming. An important new relationship is on the horizon. Open your mind and heart so that happiness can enter your life. All right, Gemini, I'm sending you so much light and love. I want you to remember to stay blessed and to always, always, always love yourself first, please. Thank you.